Run it back.
Hello YouTube and welcome to CGL's Collectibles. We're here at our trusty New Jersey Meadowlands Flea Market for a trip to try to find some cool stuff.
Hello YouTubers, yep, we're back, and you know what we're looking for. Vintage toys, comics, collectibles, anything that's fun from the past. So, wish us luck.
We're going to back.
You know I appreciate it.
So we're halfway through the flea market today. We just took a halftime break because we didn't have any reusable bags. What are you seeing out there in the flea market so far today?
A lot of stuff, a lot of comics, but it's 90s and up. We've got a handful of 60s, a few vintage toys, but nothing that's a wow. We did get some records so far, so we're making progress, you know, finding some cool stuff. A lot of good vendors today, a lot of, you know, good mix, but, you know, haven't found a home run item yet, but found some good stuff.
I was going to say that because the vendors of the past couple months, it's been stale. Now the flea market has been closed for like 4 or 5 consecutive weeks, something like that. So now they're back open. It looks like the stuff is kind of revitalized too. Not seeing anything great, like Dad said, not seeing anything great. We weren't here super duper early, but we got here at like 8 o'clock, 8:30 this morning, and there's not really anything really wow. You want to just see what we bought so far?
So some silly stuff. I found some cards. This is a set of James Bond Moonraker cards. I guess that's from the movie 1979. And he also had some Power Rangers and some Pokemons. I got a Pikachu. I don't know if there's any value there. Chris picked up some great VHS. The boxes are just in phenomenal condition, and look at the titles: Monster on Campus, The Time Machine, great movie, and Castle of Evil, which I don't think I've ever seen. We did get a small stack of Beatles. Actually, I got a Billy Joel in there because he said just take them all. I offered to buy the Beatles ones. He said $10 for everything, but a lot of Beatles 45s, Apple. There's even one here on Swan Records, She Loves You. Curious just how old that is. And they look like they're in nice shape, most of them. And Joey D came through again, one of our popular vendors. He had a box of comics, not in great shape, but I'll pay $5 for silver stuff all the time. And we got some War. I got a Muppet Babies #1. I got a Captain America. I got a Detective that looks decent, $3.48. Some more War stuff. Jimmy Olsen, Gunsmoke, and an action with Superman. So, and Chris got some stuff here. Jimmy Neutron, a Nickelodeon magazine. I also found this, a really nice Classics Illustrated The Prairie, another Sergeant Rock. So that I only paid $3. But so far, interesting stuff, but nothing probably that's a super home run. But for the prices, we're doing okay.
What in the world is this? That's crazy.
pay 5. It's a little better shape. The Harpy. The Harpy gives Hulk a run for his money. Above what I would like to pay. Are you doing a Secret Wars movie? Secret Wars? Beyonder? Indiana? Those are the good ones. Combat for $2. I have a whole set of Black Goliath now. You filming me? Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
So things have changed since I last made a comic book video. Where are we at right now with the comic book market, Dad? I mean, what are you seeing from vendors? What are you seeing as yourself from a buying perspective?
I see a lot more stuff on the market, and I see prices a little bit softer. So on eBay, I've been able to, negotiate some deals. Of course, there's a lot of people still holding out for high prices from the past, and I think they're going to be holding out for a long time. It's just, you have to, it's like any other market, the stock market, the housing market, you got to ride through the highs and the lows, have a good strategy, always, keep yourself on an even keel, because if you go overboard, especially on a peak, it's going to take you a while to dig yourself out. So I think we're doing okay. I was looking to see if 233 was a 40 cents book, was a variant or anything, but it's not. 233 is the death of Sharon Carter. What threw me was this interesting kind of price there, where 231 is got the normal logo for 35 cents. So I don't know, but that was a minor key. I got this book here. I never had X Factor #1, and this is in very nice condition. So, I mean, it's great that I have it, but also, I mean, he had it marked 20 bucks. I don't know what it's worth today, but that's a really good key. And interestingly, I found the Nam, which is a comic book done by Marvel with like a Vietnam backdrop. Also got a #1. I got some more black suited Spider-Mans, but I think I had them. I grabbed some of these Black Widow books. This is a #1. And then we get into some of the vintage ones. Detective 348 I had. That's not in great shape. I got this at half price, $5. It's Bullseye. Actually, I got all these at half price. They all come out to around $2 a piece. The Avengers. That's a Sergeant Fury book. Probably be a seller. Got a Star Wars #25, which this looks like it's a little better condition than my Star Wars. Here's another Black Widow #2. Another Black Widow #1. And then I got some vintage war stuff. Our Fighting Forces. Wendy the Good Little Witch. Some of these will just be sellers. Here's a 10-cent Star Spangled War Stories. 15-cent action. A Gunsmoke. I don't know what issue that is. I gotta check it, but it's not in great shape. Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. So this book I didn't have, and this was in really sweet condition. So I got Classics Illustrated number 58, The Prairie, Sergeant Rock's Prize Battle Tales. I don't think I ever had that. Take a look at that. Another 10-cent Star Spangled War Stories. Fox and the Crow. A Muppet Babies number 1. Another number 1 I found today. And another book I never had, Captain America number 154. It's not in great shape, but it's going to be a fun read. I also got, grabbed this X-Men because Juggernaut's on the cover, and it's a 2024 book. I don't know what the story is. Grabbed this, and I didn't realize there's 3 books in there. The Simpsons. I gotta see what the other 2 books are. Treehouse of Terror, I'll take a number 1. I have no idea what it is, what's in here. And he let me have them all. Oh, it's a Futurama Comics number 5. And a Simpsons Comics number 81. Okay. I also got this book I never had. Green Lantern Green Arrow number 119. So for $2, a little over, maybe $2.50 a piece. I got to do the math. So happy to find that. Another Spectacular Spider-Man with the Punisher. Iron Man number 170. I didn't look up this issue. I don't know if it's any sort of a key issue. Sabretooth. And then, like I said, I found this run. I was looking for stuff in the dollar bin, and I found this run of Detective Comics that I don't have. A lot of them are in the $6.30 range, but the cover artwork is awesome. I can't wait to read some of the stories. Most of these I didn't have. I was surprised. And I love the fact that they're in wonderful shape. Something in here just, I don't know if it's this one here, where he's standing on this tower. No, not that one. I don't know if something here is a key issue. Of course, what I liked was this one here. It's got this weird Joker on the cover and Bat Hound. That's really interesting. And another detective. And I just grabbed that. It was in decent shape. A Silver Surfer, probably sell it. And an Elf Quest, probably sell that.
Yeah, pretty good day at the flea market. This was just a interesting book, a magazine. Joey had a lot of these, and this one was just plain and obvious Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, which was one of my favorite cartoons growing up as a kid. Jimmy Neutron. So I've never collected these, but I do like a good magazine every once in a while, but subject matter is all that really matters to me for those. And then John was a score with these DVDs, but then something else too that kind of went untouched. I didn't even check these to see if these are all in here, but like this is a set. And he had sets at like $3, but he ended up giving me everything here for $5. For $5 I got these seasons of Ninja Turtles, which I personally don't watch, but I can respect the cartoon. It looks like a lot of fun. I got a seal. The only reason I bought this because it was sealed. A sealed copy of Ant-Man. Perla ended up finding another bundle of Abbott and Costello Meet the Monsters collection. So you got Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and The Mummy. And I checked the DVDs, they're all in there. And then this was in the DVD cases. It doesn't have a game in it. I'll spare that, but it does have the manual and everything in good shape too. So I think this case alone, and I could be wrong, but I think the case alone will go somewhere between $5 to $10. And this whole pile right here, this stuff, all $5. So, and then you guys saw some of these movies already. I want to look up the value of this, and I'll include it in the video just as a little pop-up. I don't know what this is, but Castle of Evil. I'm curious to just see if it's worth anything. And then I got one more movie, not in great condition, but I got it for $2, and it's Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. So that's a pretty iconic Bruce Lee movie. I should say out of all of them, this is probably the most popular. I know you guys love the VHS, so I'm going to keep buying them. So that concludes our latest addition to the New Jersey Meadowlands Flea Market. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's been a while. I hope to make another video soon, but this was a lot of fun.